Welcome to the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain, round one of the 2022 WPTGlobal FIM EnduroGP World Championship. The paddock is overflowing with talent this season, including two-time Enduro 2 champion Joseph Garcia, who hopes his time has come to win the EnduroGP World Championship.
Well, I hope I will work for that, and I will do everything to be at the top for sure.
Seven-time world champion Steve Holcomb worked hard in the off-season, preparing mentally and physically to challenge for the top spot in EnduroGP in 2022.
I learned a little bit more about myself, and this year we've changed the capacity of the bike a little bit to, try and sort of help me in some areas. And no, I'm feeling good, feeling really confident heading into this year. So yeah, looking forward to getting it started.
Nine-time Australian champion Daniel Milner is excited to be racing in the EnduroGP World Championship for the first time.
Never had the opportunity to be over here and race the EnduroGP, so being here and seeing all the setup and seeing the special tests and it looks pretty exciting.
Back-to-back Enduro 1 champion Andrea Verona is another favorite, with his sights set on winning a first EnduroGP World title.
For sure, I try to fight for the EnduroGP title. I try to catch a win of overall day first, and then try my best in the EnduroGP class, and also try to defend my E1 title.
Reigning two-time EnduroGP World champion Brad Freeman thinks he's got what it takes to put up a solid world title defense.
Who do I think is going to win this season? I'd like to think myself. The work I put in is the same as I've always done, and I'll always hold myself to that. I'll put in as much effort as I can.
Located in the Pontevedra province of Galicia in northeastern Spain, the charming municipality of Lalín plays host to the paddock for the 3-day duration of the Grand Prix, much to the delight of the city's 20,000 inhabitants and EnduroGP enthusiasts that come from far and wide to take part in the festivities and experience the championship atmosphere. On Thursday evening, in order to celebrate the arrival of the world's best in Lalín for the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain, the riders gather in the paddock before setting off on a very boisterous parade through the city center before the official opening ceremony and rider presentation for the assembled media and adoring fans. On Friday, riders spend most of the day in and around the Parc Fermé, giving their bikes one last look over. There are also administrative duties to be taken care of, and of course, the mandatory technical control. After that, it's time for the riders' meeting before finally firing up their machines and hitting the track for the first race of the Grand Prix. The Akrapovic Super Test kicks off the festivities on Friday evening with plenty of local EnduroGP fans out to cheer on their favorite Spanish and international riders. The organizing club Movite na Moto has designed a challenging course that's a mix of technical and fast sections with a make-or-break log feature that pushes much of the field to their limit. The top three riders finished within half a second of one another, but it's Italian veteran Alex Salvini who makes a successful return to EnduroGP competition after a year out with injury to claim victory in the first Akrapovic Super Test of 2022.
Welcome to the first GP of the season, the GP Acerbis of Spain. It will be a very nice track. We will be lucky with good weather, a good sun, and the track is very physical. There is some technical point, and I think that the rider can enjoy. The extreme test is situated in a natural hill close to the town. It's very nice, technical, with a tight passage, very slow, and some technical uphill with rocks to pass. It will be very, very physical. The Acerbis cross test is a very, very nice field with very fast passage, large corner, and the rider will be very happy to ride on it. The Enduro test also is very nice. There is a part in the forest and a part in the grass with some step up, step down, and technical passage with roots and stones.
The bikes are primed and the riders prepped for stage 1 of the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain. The fans come out in force to see riders like Andrea Verona, the two-time Enduro1 champion from Italy on his gas, go up against the likes of 7-time world champion from Great Britain, Steve Holcomb, on his Beta. The Spanish sun shines bright as Stage 1 gets underway. 10th place in the overall standings after only racing the last 2 rounds of 2021, Nathan Watson pilots his Honda to 5th in EGP and 4th in E2 on the first day of his return to full-time EnduroGP competition. Preseason favorite Joseph Garcia has moments of brilliance, including the fastest time in the final Just One Enduro test. But the Red Bull KTM factory rider makes too many mistakes for the overall podium, finishing 4th in EGP and 3rd in E2. Will Ruprecht is extremely consistent with 6 top 5 test times, including 3 wins. The TM Buana factory rider takes 3rd in EGP and 2nd in E2. After a serious bike-bending crash in the first Acerbis cross test, Steve Holcomb is lucky to finish the day, let alone get right back on his Beta and ride to 2nd in EGP and top of the class in Enduro 2. Andrea Verona leads the field briefly with the fastest time in the Just One Enduro test, but relinquishes the top spot to Holcomb. The Gas factory racing rider doesn't give up though, and overtakes the multiple-time world champion when it counts in the day's final Just One Enduro test to claim his first ever win in EnduroGP. Andrea Verona performs the traditional EnduroGP tire change at the end of a first victorious but very tiring day of racing. In downtown Lalín, the fans gather around the main stage to take in the ambience of the prize-giving ceremony. Congratulations to Italy's Andrea Verona for a hard-fought first career win.
It's my first EnduroGP win, so I'm really happy with this. I want to thank the team and everyone who helped me to reach this goal. So bring on day 2 and try to repeat.
It was really close today with us 3, especially. I had a pretty big crash in the second cross test, which I was really lucky to get away from, but no, it felt good during the day. That scared me a little bit, the crash, but no, really happy to finish second in the first day and really looking forward to tomorrow.
Reigning world champion Brad Freeman's first stage of the season did not play out as planned.
The only thing we can do is try again. You know, there's no easy fix for you know, the lack of preparation that we had. So you know, limited bike time and stuff. It you know, soon shows at the World Championship. So yeah, all I can do is try again, give my best, and we'll see what happens.
Less than 4 seconds separate the top three: Italy's Andrea Verona, Great Britain's Steve Holcomb, and Australia's Will Rupright in the first stage of the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain. Local hero Joseph Garcia and British all-rounder Nathan Watson round out the top five. Competitors in the Magna Range FIM Women's Enduro World Championship will compete at Grand Prix events in Spain, Italy, Slovakia, and Germany to determine who will be crowned the 2022 Queen of EnduroGP. Let's catch up with two of the favorites for the women's Enduro crown this season. Runner-up to the world title last year, Spain's Mireia Badia is pretty sure who she'll be battling with in 2022.
Well, I think that it will be Jane Daniels, but I don't know because there are a lot of girls that are training a lot in the pre-season and a new girls that I don't know how right, and I will see in the first race.
What does Jane Daniels think?
We had good battles last year, really close. I think at the end of the year it was 2 seconds that separated us, so that was good. And then there are new girls in the class that we haven't seen ride yet, so yeah, it's been good.
15 women have accepted the challenge of the classic enduro conditions and difficulties presented by the landscape of the Pontevedra province in northeastern Spain. In stage one, last year's world number 4, Rosie Rowett starts off the new season on her KTM in 3rd place, her best ever result. Last year's world number 2, Mireia Badia, picks up where she left off on her new Rieju with a 2nd place on Saturday. Two-time world champion Jane Daniels wins all but one test on her way to 1st place on the first full day of racing in 2022. In stage 2, Rita Vieira has a career best result, piloting her Yamaha to 3rd place. Mireia Badia cruises into 2nd place again on her Rieju, but never challenges for the lead. Jane Daniels is unstoppable again on her Fantic, sweeping every test on her way to her 2nd win of the weekend. It's Daniels, Badia, and Vieira 1, 2, and 3 after the first round of the 2022 Magna Range FIM Women's Enduro World Championship. Congratulations to Great Britain's Jane Daniels on a fantastic performance to kick off the 2022 season.
Definitely not easy, it never is. The girls have the strong points usually in like the cross tests and stuff, and everyone's different, so I don't think it'll be easy at all. I'll still have to push it every round.
In stage 1 of Open 4-stroke, Gonzalo Reyes, the 3-time Open 2-stroke champion, has no problem adjusting to his new gas and takes his first win in his new class. In Open 2-stroke, Harry Houghton wins 5 of 6 tests on his way to victory by 37.98 seconds. Reigning Open Senior champion Andrea Verona sweeps all 6 tests and takes the win by over 1.5 minutes. Gonzalo Reyes is even more dominant in Open 4-stroke on Sunday, more than doubling his winning margin to 36 seconds. In Open 2-stroke, Harry Houghton tops all 6 tests and wins the class by over 1 minute and 17 seconds. Andrea Verona is less dominant in Open Senior, topping only half the tests on his way to the win. Congratulations, Gonzalo Reyes in Open 4-stroke. After 3 years dominating the two-stroke class, Portugal's Reyes takes a commanding lead in the 2022 Open four-stroke standings. Congratulations to Harry Houghton in Open two-stroke.
No, I didn't expect to win coming into this round. I knew there was going to be a lot of fast boys in my class, so to come away with 2 wins was really good. Felt good in the extreme. I need to work on my other 2, especially the cross test. That's where they were pulling a lot of time back on me, but yeah, it was good.
Great Britain's Houghton starts the season strong in the Open two-stroke standings on his beta.
Arriba, very happy photo, come on. Looking at the front.
Congratulations to Andrea Bellotti in Open Senior. After round 1, Italy's Bellotti is off to a great start defending his Open Senior Championship title. With 2021 class champion Matteo Pavoni moving up to seniors, we'll see a new face claim the title in the under-23 Junior Enduro category in 2022. Fantic DARPA Racing's Jet Etchells wins 2 tests, but can do no better than 3rd place in stage 1 of the juniors. Honda Red Moto's Junior Enduro team member Roni Katonen battles hard to beat Etchells to 2nd place by a mere 1.62 seconds. CH Racing rider Zachary Pichon makes a big entrance in Junior Enduro, besting the field by 5.81 seconds on his Sherco. On Sunday, Jet Etchells shaves a few tenths of a second off Katonen's lead, but still has to settle for 3rd behind the FIM. Roni Katonen notches 2 test wins on his Honda, but little mistakes leave him in 2nd place again on Sunday. France's Zachary Pichon has issues again in the first lap on Sunday, but regains composure and grabs his 2nd win of the weekend, this time by 23.37 seconds. Congratulations to junior newcomer Zachary Pichon. It's Pichon, Katonen, and Etchells in the Junior Enduro top 3 after the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain. In stage 1 of Youth Enduro, Thibaut Giraudon is consistent enough to claim 3rd place, but never challenges for a spot in the top 2. In spite of a searing last lap and 3 test wins on his TM racing bike, Samuli Puhakainen misses the top spot on the podium by a mere 0.7 of a second. Fantic Jet Racing's Harry Edmondson incredibly doesn't win a single test, but shows the consistency pays, claiming victory in the 125cc youth class on Saturday. On Sunday, Samuli Puhakainen can only manage 2 test wins and 3rd place, 49 seconds behind the leader after 3 extremely challenging laps. Harry Edmondson takes a test win in the 2nd stage, but has to settle for 2nd place. Forced to abandon the race due to mechanical failure on Saturday, Kevin Cristino blitzes the field on Sunday, winning 6 of 9 tests on his Fantic. Congratulations, Kevin Cristino.
The race was so hard because the transfer is so long and the special become destroyed, and last day and the last special of the day of today is so hard. But this is World Championship. I like it.
The track has suffered from a hard-riding first stage, meaning the second will be even more challenging for the entire field. After an action-packed opening stage, the overall winner on Saturday, Italy's two-time E1 champion Andrea Verona, is an instant favorite for the EGP win in Stage 2, while Spanish sensation and two-time E2 champion Josep Garcia will ride with all the support of the home crowd. Reigning EnduroGP and E3 champion Brad Freeman will be looking for comeuppance and to bounce back from the worst day of his career. Hamish McDonald improves on his results from Saturday with 5 top 5 test times for 5th place in the stage and in the overall standings, and nabs 3rd in the cutthroat Enduro 2 field. Will Ruprecht does well to best McDonald by 5.19 seconds, finishing the day 4th in EP and 2nd in E2 in both the stage results and the championship standings. With only top 5 test times, including 3 wins, Brad Freeman rides closer to his usual form in Stage 2, easily taking the E3 class win over Guarneri. But the Brit can't match the pace of his 2 formidable Latin challengers, settling for 3rd on the day and 4th place in the EnduroGP Championship after round 1. A slow start for Andrea Verona in the first Polysport Extreme test puts an end to the Italians' hopes of back-to-back stage wins to start the season. The Gas Factory rider finishes 18.32 seconds off the winning pace in EGP, but does claim a 2nd straight victory in E1 and heads to the Grand Prix of Portugal, sitting atop the overall championship standings. Before the weekend, it seemed a foregone conclusion Spain's Josep Garcia would win one, if not both stages of the EnduroGP season opener on home soil. On Sunday, the Red Bull KTM factory racing rider grabs a 7-second lead after the first Acerbis cross test, and with 5 of the 9 fastest test times of the day, holds on for the win to the end.
Nos vamos con 10.39, 10.39 para 10.39.
How you feeling, Joseph?
A little bit of mix of emotions, because yesterday I had quite a bad crash, then take the good feeling and the confidence. I struggled a little bit, but finally I found. But at the end, you take only the good things, no? The second day was awesome, so the bike is working perfect. So I want to take only the positive things to the next rounds.
On an action-packed Sunday of EnduroGP racing, Josep Garcia dominates to win at home, with Andrea Verona 2nd and Brad Freeman 3rd. Congratulations to the leader of the EnduroGP overall standings after round 1, Andrea Verona.
Incredible to start the season like this. I didn't expect this last week, but it's a bit stranger feeling because I never had this feeling before, and for sure I'm happy. I'm thankful to all the guys that helped me, the team, sponsor and everyone.
The top 3 riders in the EnduroGP standings after the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain are Italy's Andrea Verona, Spain's Josep Garcia, and Australia's Will Ruprecht, with reigning world champion Brad Freeman at the foot of the podium in 4th. All the riders have put on an impressive display at the Acerbis Grand Prix of Spain over 3 spectacular days of racing in fast and testing conditions here in Lalín. Next up, it's the Grand Prix of Portugal, stop number 2 on the 2022 WPTGlobal FIM EnduroGP World Championship. We'll see you there.